Guys, I guess this is time for me to tell you guys some story that I never be able to capture from my vlog. So here's what happened. A few years ago, I saw someone on Facebook, a friend of my friend, who liked to flex with his photo. So he liked to post this photo about his expensive watch, his Rolls Royce, his club life, and brick of $20 bill, like Canadian bill. Now that I think about it, why would I even take this guy seriously? But back then I was like, let me infiltrate. I was just very curious guy overall because, you know, I'm IQ 140-ish by my own estimate. How do I know I'm 150-ish IQ? Because when your IQ is that high, you know your IQ without a test. Okay, so I think, I thought I was IQ 150. So maybe that was why I was so curious. I look at the picture, I want to infiltrate this guy organization. What was he up to? I never suspect he was underground or doing anything shady, because I thought it's Canada. Everybody was nice. Now I don't know why I was thinking that. Why I thought all Canadians were nice. Because now that I connect all the dots, Canadians are kind of conniving and evil, like secretly. So I start like sliding the DM into his DM, right? I start commenting under his post whenever he brag about things. Like one time he was bragging about investing in a local corn laundry business. But now that I think about it, more like collecting protection fee from a local business. Well, how did I know? Okay, I will tell you the story. Just be patient. So I keep flattering him, disarming him, because this is what I do. I'm like a spy, right? So finally, just like I predicted, this guy wanted to hire me as a driver. He offered to pay me 2,500 Canadian dollars a month. What he does really for a living, maybe I can copy him, like an espionage, right? So finally I start to work, and he was working in this very ghetto area, like an industrial area, a non-commercial area, non-office space. And then there was no computer, like people working there are all looking like a gangster. But I thought, maybe these guys are like wannabe gangster. Maybe he like to hire young people. Maybe he like to hire young adult men who have gold chain around their neck and tattoo. And also I found out a bunch of, you know what, weapons. Okay, I didn't find it until it was like 4th or 5th days in his office. Then I asked him about it, like, Bosch, how come you have a lot of weapons in your office? Then he'd be like, I'm a hobbyist. I like to collect weapons for pleasure. So I believed him, so I play with the weapon all day long, you know, because it was very boring working for him. Other than driving him around to eat, driving him to the strip club, to the nightclub. Yeah, you know, you might ask, like, saikit, why are you working for an obviously bad guy? But you don't understand, guys. You don't understand. Because bad guy don't tell you they were bad guy right away. They ease you in. So it was not like the first day he was chasing me with a katana already. Like, this is the ending, by the way. The ending was me being chased by him with a katana. But I will tell you that ending soon, later, okay? Be patient, be patient. He gradually revealed a little bit of red flag here and there, right? So I didn't know, but by the time I knew I was already getting used to the new level of bullshit, right? So eventually I find out that I'm probably working for a middle level GTA character, and all his other employees are GTA character, except that his employees, his goons, were like level 1, he's like probably level 20 something, and all of them have been to jail for some reason. And his captain, he called him captain. I was like, my boss is a wordsmith, because he used a lot of analogy like foot soldier, captain, and his captain, who became my friend later, my buddy later, let's call him, should I call him something? Call him Glenn. Let's call him Glenn. Glenn have a knife scar in the middle of his heart, his chest, because he got stabbed. I didn't know the story. Like, Glenn told me that he was fighting for the boss. And here's the thing. every week when I go to work, when I drive him to work, instead of actually working, they spend a lot of time playing video game. They spend a lot of time making me drive around and then talk to all this random other GTA character in town. Like he usually talk business in other clubs, in coffee shops. Like he never do any business in the proper business space. Now that I think about it, how come I was never suspicious? Oh yeah. Because he was exporting nice car, right? Brand name cars from Canada to China. So I rationalized it. I thought, maybe this guy was an ex-gangster who finally gone legit. So maybe this was just his bad habit from his old gangster days. At least that was what he told me, right? Several times I was so naive, I was like, Bosch, you are not gangster anymore, you're past that life, how come you still go to nightclub all the time, drinking all the time and getting into fight? Because I didn't see him fighting anyone, you know. It's all him talking tales. When we are back in the office, he and his goon would talk about, oh yeah, haha, last night we beat up all these people, or like losers. I was never there to see him fight though. Like even though sometimes I drive them to the club, sometimes I open door for his 19 years old girlfriend, and I feel humiliated. Like I was the only person who have the highest education out of the entire office. Okay? And according to boss, I was the smartest person in his office, including himself. Like he was like, oh, every time something happened and I thought you are stupid, like he thought I was stupid. And then I would think about it, I would look back and realize, saikit, you are the smartest guy. Turn out you were right every time. And I also was doing an espionage mission, trying to find out how he make a lot of money. And one time he told me how he started making money. He said, yeah, I started young. At the age of 16, I became a janitor. But he did it in his rivalry office. So he worked for his enemies as a janitor, then espionage, stealing their business model and then copy it and make a lot of money later. Which was what I was doing to him because I was trying to espionage, right? So yeah, working for him was not fun because it was a lot of driving. Like I said, it was like GTA, like, you know, if you played GTA, Grand Theft Auto, it was a lot of driving, okay? And even when they would play video games, sometimes they play Grand Theft Auto, which make me wonder, hey, how come you guys play GTA? You're already playing it in real life every day. You're already driving all day because they were exporting car, right? Sometimes they drive cars around to the port. So yeah, it was, don't you think you have enough driving already? All you goons, all you like quote unquote foot soldier. Yeah, now that I realize they are the boss fighter, because whenever they allegedly thought someone in the club, the day after they would tell me the story, they would brag about it, and I would ask, so have you guys seen the boss fighting? Because he seems to be getting you guys into fight all the times. Then the goons would tell me, no, we were drunk and we never saw the boss fighting actually. Then I was thinking, so you guys have been working for the boss for like at least 2 years or so, and you haven't seen him fight? Don't you find it suspicious that every week you guys would talk about fighting in the club and beating everybody up, but then you never saw the boss fight? Something is going on. I feel like the boss was a puppet master, okay? He made all his goons fight and like starting shit in the club. For some reason, he liked to do that. And then he would never fight it himself, but he seems to try to make everybody think he's the gangster, the tough guy, you know? So I guess that was enough story. One time I made him watch Tai Lopez. I was like, Boss, do you know who Tai Lopez is? And he was like, this guy looked like a scam artist. I think I can do it better than him. Yeah, it's full of shit, this guy, you know, mansion, Lamborghini, it's all fake, you know? I can do what he does and sell online courses, make a lot of money on YouTube also. But I will think about it. Now that I look back, I realized both Tai Lopez and my ex-boss were con artists. All these Rolls Royce, all this picture he posts on Facebook, all fake. He even told me that his Instagram account inspired, you know the song 24K by Bruno Mars. My boss said Bruno Mars steal the idea of the song from his Instagram. Then I tried to verify it with his goons, right? I was like, hey, boss just told me that his Instagram inspired Bruno Mars to make the song 24K. Then the boss was like, shut up. And I realized he did that a lot. He likes to talk to each of us some like tall tales, like unbelievable story, like how he used to be a mercenary in Africa and killing people, stuff like that, and how he had a high-ranking officer in China and that he could get away with murdering people in China. And he also told me there's this mysterious head office. Even though we are located in a very ghetto area, this ghetto office, but there was actually a much nicer office in downtown, but he doesn't like it. He doesn't like to be there because he feels more at home with the goons. So yeah, long story short, I finally drive him to the club with his girlfriend and his girlfriend's girlfriends. There are a lot of Chinese girls that night, okay? He said he was going to introduce one of them to me, but it never happened because of what's gonna happen that night. So that night, after they were all drunk and I was sober because I never drink, right? So this club was very problematic. If you live in Toronto, maybe you have heard of the club, the Rebel. There were gun shooting and fighting. So after the club, there were a lot of police standing guard every week to make sure it was safe. So we retrieved the Rolls Royce and I was backing in, and then I bumped it into a truck, a very black truck. I was like, oh no. I was not drunk or anything, but somehow I was worse than a drunk driver, okay? I didn't see the black truck. Why is it black? It was at night, 3 a.m. Why do you paint your truck black? Okay, but still, I bumped the Rolls Royce, and then the boss took a few seconds to register what was happening. Then he decided to get angry because he looked like he thought about it. Thought about whether he should be angry or not. Because this guy is a con artist. Everything he did, now that I think about it, was calculated. So he took out his katana and chased me around the Rolls Royce. I was walking away from him like hoping the police would discover what was going on and help me. So out of nowhere, after the longest time being chased, like it feel like forever, suddenly 7 police out of nowhere show up and stopped him. And I thought, this guy, like X-Bot is going back to prison again. Because he told me he has been to jail before, but now he's not gangster anymore, blah blah blah. But what I saw was the police took him aside and talked to him. Then they never asked me anything. The police never asked me anything. Perhaps they assumed I was his gang. That's why they thought I would not cooperate anyways. So they never asked me question. But after they asked him question, he was like laughing, probably telling them it was just a prank, bro. Then somehow the police let him get away with it. And the boss was mad with me, of course, and sent me home. Bad mistakes, because he made me walk home. It was 3 a.m. There were no bus. So mean. Like, I should have totally snitched on him. Or at least tell him, if you don't pay me a $10,000, I'm going to sue you for psychological damage. Because he was chasing me with a knife, right? Yeah. Looking back, I probably should have demanded a $10,000 compensation or something. But at the time, I was so like innocent. I was like such a good person. I feel bad for bumping his Rolls Royce. Yeah, I was on the street in downtown, right? I have to try to make it home. When I got home, he was messaging me, say, Shy kid, you now owe me money. You got to pay me $6,000 damage. Luckily, I had a millionaire friend. He told me, no, you don't have to pay him because you're working for him. In fact, you should thank God that you bumped his Rolls Royce. Because if you stayed in his company any longer, he might have do something to scam you and put you in prison. Then you will be trapped forever. So that's the story, guys. It's a dog-eat-dog world. You should totally snitch. So I think the boss actually make a lot of his money from making people think they owe him money? No wonder he was always collecting money when I drove him around. Like, he collect money from here and then there. I'm like, why do all these people owe him money? So I guess that's how you get rich, guys. So give me a like and subscribe. And if you want to know more story about my boss, leave a comment below and tell me what you want to hear. And I will update it in my future video. Thank you. Bye.